Hi da.
Hey, hello da.
How are you?
Okay da. Hey, our last episode did quite well lah.
The last episode of
Previous episode, conspiracy episode.
அதுக்கு முன்ன episode.
I need to be precise according to you.
Yes.
Sorry, apologies.
Yes. How are you?
Okay lah, எதுவும் ஒன்று lah. எப்படி இருக்க நீ?
கல்யாண கலையோட
ஆமால புது மாப்பிள்ள
இல்ல அந்த மழை ஏன் அந்த கல்யாணத்தை பற்றி பேசுகிறேன் தெரியுமா?
சொல்லு.
இன்னைக்கு நம்ம ஸ்டூடியோ, இந்த புது செட்டப்பில் இருக்கிற ஸ்டூடியோ, எஸ் அவங்க நம்மளோட ஒரு 2 கெஸ்ட் இருக்காங்க.
சொல்லு.
They are from Veeshasham.
Welcome guys, welcome.
Hi, welcome.
Hello.
And they are a one-stop solution for South Indian weddings.
Yes.
So உங்க பேரு just introduce yourselves lah.
I'm Sajita, so I'm part of Team Veeshasham. Specifically, I'm from Semis Catering. So yeah.
I'm Suren. I'm from STX Decor. I'm also part of Veeshasham. Actually, how the whole Veeshasham started was through an initiation that I had with. Actually, it was a conversation that I had with one of my partners. அவரோட பேசியிருக்கும் போது தான் வந்து நம்ம வந்து சேர்ந்து ஏதாவது செய்யணும், டிஃப்ரெண்டாக செய்யணும்னு சொல்லும்போது தான் we came across this idea of
partnersனாக்கா the STX.
From STXலேருந்து I had a conversation with Logan from Vada Flowers.
Okay.
So he said that we should try to do something to monopolize the market instead of everybody coming to individual services. நம்ம சேர்ந்து ஒரு பேக்கேஜாக வந்து we sell it to couples. It will be a better option for them because ஒரு கல்யாணத்துக்கு போனோம்னா normally anytime when you go for a wedding, especially for us when we do setups, right? திடீர்னு வந்து the flower delivery will come in. அப்போ பார்த்தோன்னா பூ யார்ட்டிருந்து வந்துச்சுன்னா Veda Flowersலேருந்து இருக்கும். Then once we have finished the setup, we are downstairs going down, packing up, we see the caterer setting up and the caterer will be Semis Catering. And then அப்போ தான் வந்து photographer, videographer வருவாங்க. Then it's always the same group that we are always seeing.
Okay.
So it's like ஒரு 10 கல்யாணம் பண்ணோம்னா ஒரு 7 or 8 weddings is always the same. The same vendors. So we thought, no, since couples are always going for the same vendors and they know that these vendors can deliver what they want, why not we create a
unified market lah.
Yeah, so that when
the opportunity was there, right?
Yes. Yeah.
So இதில் வேற யார் இருக்கா? நீங்கள் வந்து STX Decor, Semis Catering, வேற யார் இருக்கா?
We have Veda Flowers and we have Elephant Productions for photo video.
Veda Events மாத்திட்டாங்க பேரை.
ஆமா. Sorry.
You can come again.
இல்ல Veda Flowers வந்து they have now rebranded to
Veda Events.
Yes,
Yes,
Veda
correct.
Events,
And then we have Elephant Productions for photo video.
ஸோ இது வந்து ஒரு இந்தியன் வெட்டிங் அவெஞ்சர்ஸ் டீம் மாதிரி.
ஆமா. சொல்லலாம்.
அங்கே தான் நான் வரேன், ஏன்னா நேற்று தான் அந்த படத்தை பார்த்தேன். நேற்று சேனல் 5ல வந்து போட்டானுங்க. ஸோ அங்கே தான் நான் வரேன். ஸோ இதில் வந்து 4 இன்ஃபினிட்டி ஸ்டோன்ஸ் மாதிரி எல்லாரும். நைஸ். ஸோ ஐ மீன் வெட்டிங்னாக்கா நிறைய இது இருக்கும், சண்டை இருக்கும், கண்டிப்பா பிரச்சனை இருக்கும்.
நான் வெட்டிங் ஒன்று சொன்னா லைக் ஃபர்ஸ்ட்
கல்யாணம் தாலி கட்டுறதும் இருக்கும், எல்லாம் இருக்கும். சரியா?
அவனா சண்டை அவனுக்கு
அதுதான்டா அந்த மெயின் ஹைலைட். நான் கல்யாணத்தை போனாக்கா சண்டையை பார்க்க தான் போறேன். கண்டிப்பா சண்டை நடக்கும்.
கல்யாணத்துக்கு கூப்பிடாத. I am a non-confrontational person.
Have you all experienced any challenging moments when it comes to a wedding? So let's start from decor.
Okay.
சரியா? டெக்கோ வந்து நீங்கள் அழகாக மண்டபத்தை வந்து இது பண்ணுறீங்க, நல்லா ஸ்டேஜ்லாம் செட் பண்ணிட்டீங்க. கல்யாண மாப்பிள்ளை பொண்ணு யூஸ்வலி ஆயிடணும் வந்து சொல்கிறாங்க,
யூஸ்வலி பொண்ணு சைடு தான் இருக்கும். லைஸ் வித்
இல்லை இஸ் இட் பொண்ணு சைடு மாப்பிள்ளை சைடு தட் யூஸ்வலி சேஸ் டெக்கோ நல்லா இல்லை.
இந்த சைட் யாருன்னு சொல்ல முடியாது, ஆனால் அந்த பிஓசின்னு ஒரு ஆள் ஒருத்தவங்க வருவாங்க. பிகாஸ் தே வுடன்ட் நோ ஹெட் ஆர் டெயில். நடுவில் வந்து இதுதான் கேட்டாங்க, இல்லை இன்வாய்ஸை கையில் வச்சுட்டு இது செஞ்சிட்டிங்களா அது செஞ்சிட்டிங்களா, இது வேறு மாதிரி இருக்குது அது வேறு மாதிரி இருக்குது. தே வுடன்ட் அண்டர்ஸ்டாண்ட் வாட் வி ஹவ் ஆக்சுவலி டிஸ்கஸ் வித் த கப்பல். ஸோ நார்மலி இந்த பிஓசி வந்து தே ஷுட் ஆல்சோ பி அவேர் ஆஃப் வாட்ஸ் ஹேப்பனிங் அண்ட் வாட் வி ஆர் கோயிங் டு டெலிவர் ஃபார் த வெட்டிங். இது வந்து மோஸ்ட் ஆஃப் த டைம் நடக்காது, பட் சம் ஆஃப் தெம் ஆர் genuinely very nice. சில பேர் வந்து they are just very particular because they don't want to upset the couples, right? So அவங்க என்ன சொல்லிருக்காங்களோ அவங்களுக்கு their job is to just make sure everything's going to happen and everything. So there are times when இது சரியில்லை, இது நீங்கள் செஞ்சிட்டிங்களா, இது ஆக்சுவலி நீங்கள் 1 கொடுக்கணும், ஏன் 2 கொடுத்துறீங்க, 2 கொடுக்கணும் 1 தான் கொடுத்துறீங்க, that kind of things and all these things. But in between வந்து there would be some changes which they might not be aware of. அதுதான். பட்
அந்த பிஓசி பேர் கௌஷிகா.
ஏன் ப்ரோ
குறுக்க இந்த கௌசிக் வந்தா அது ஒரு காமெடிடா. அதை விடு.
அது நீங்கள் அதான் சொல்லி எனக்கு வேற கௌஷிக் தானே வந்துச்சு.
எஸ் இல்லை இட்ஸ் அந்த படத்தையும் நான் நேற்று பார்த்தேன். பட் இட்ஸ் ஓகே, நேற்று ரொம்ப படம் பார்த்துட்டேன். எனிவேஸ், ஸோ இட்ஸ் யூஸ்வலி த POC who is usually the
Yeah, I mean they don't stir things up, but they are just worried that they know whether we have delivered what we have spoken to the couple. So அவங்க வந்து they will ask questions and all those things. But there are times once the event is over, then the couple or what call and say that இது வந்து நம்ம இந்த மாதிரி எதிர்பார்த்தோம், ஆனால் இந்த மாதிரி வரல. So there are times like that. So
அந்த மாதிரி சமயத்தில் வந்து how do you manage those kind of I would say difficult situations where நம்ம எதிர்பார்த்தோம் ஒழுங்கா வரல. How do you
So okay, what I will always tell my team members, right, we are always a victim of our own standards. நம்ம வந்து ஒரு வெட்டிங் செஞ்சுருப்போம், அது ரொம்ப நாளாக செஞ்சுருப்போம். ஸோ சம் கப்பல்ஸ் டேக் தட் as a reference and then they come to us. But அவங்களோட பட்ஜெட் வந்து வேறையாக இருக்கும். And then these couples budget is different and they expect the same design that can be done with that. We will advise இந்த மாதிரி வந்து இந்த பட்ஜெட் வந்து is not within your budget range. நம்ம வந்து இதுக்குள்ளே வந்து what we will do and everything is all stated in the invoice. So நம்ம என்ன கோட் பண்ணியிருக்கோமோ, என்ன நம்ம ப்ராமிஸ் பண்ணியிருக்கோமோ, we will always deliver whatever. Sometimes the expectation is just a bit too high from what they have actually paid for. So அதனால தான் வந்து there will be some confusion. Other than that, it's not like that we under deliver or anything. It's just that sometimes they what they expect is more than what we've actually quoted for and what they have agreed upon. So அதுதான் most of the time அந்த ப்ராப்ளம் வரும்.
நீங்கள் ஸ்டாண்டர்ட் லைக் ஒரு வார்த்தை சொன்னீங்க, பட் மேபி ஃபார் வியூவர்ஸ்க்கு வந்து maybe you can describe உங்களோட standard. What is the minimum standard that you all put for yourselves?
Minimum standard இல்லை, but I always want to do more than what we promise to couples. Every time we always do that. So example, இப்போ ஒரு design they have asked us. No, previously வந்து நம்ம வந்து ஒரு design செஞ்சு வச்சிருந்தோம்னா we can recreate the same design over and over again. But nowadays because of social media, Pinterest and everything, every couple see something online and then they want to recreate that from whatever. So சில பேர் வந்து outdoor wedding வந்து indoor செய்ய சொன்னாங்கன்னா it's very difficult for us to recreate such settings. So this kind of thing sometimes we will advise and we also say இதெல்லாம் செய்ய முடியாது because of the space, because of the time. Very important is also time. Because இங்கே வந்து we don't have the luxury of setting up like 1 day before or 2 days before event. ஒரு ஹால் கொடுத்தாங்கன்னா அது 3-4 hours முன்னாடி தான் கொடுப்பாங்க. ஸோ அந்த 3-4 hours what can be done is what we will always advise couples. இதுக்குள்ளே இந்த டைம் ஃப்ரேம்குள்ளே வந்து நம்ம இவ்வளோ தான் செய்ய முடியும். If you want more means first thing budget will be more because I need to bring in more staff to do up more work definitely, right? So normally நம்ம ஒரு wedding செஞ்சோன்னா ஒரு 7 to 8 staff-குள்ளே வந்து we will try to manage so that I can keep budgets low and also something that we can deliver within the time frame lah. So unless they want more things, then we will definitely need more hands to work on a certain project, right? So that is the thing lah. So normally I will try to tell them that in the time frame kulla vandu idhaan sey mudiyum and this is what we will promise. I wouldn't say that I wouldn't promise you the sky and everything and then after that we under deliver. So it's always we have to be very practical with them.
Yeah. So decor வந்து ஒரு பக்கம், ஒரு கல்யாணத்துக்கு போனாங்கன்னா டெக்கோ வந்து நல்லா இருக்குன்னு வந்து சில பேர் சொல்லுவாங்க. ஆனால் கண்டிப்பாக ஒரு விஷயம் வந்து மக்கள் என்ன தெரியுமா சொல்லுவாங்க, சாப்பாடு நல்லா இருக்கு, சாப்பாடு நல்லா இல்லை. கல்யாணம் வந்து யாருக்கு நடக்குதுன்னு கூட அவங்க கவலைப்பட மாட்டாங்க, சாப்பாடை மட்டும் அதை பற்றி மட்டும் பேசுவாங்க. Exactly. So when it comes to the catering side of things, right, how do you same scope தான், like அந்த நெகட்டிவிட்டி people வந்து நம்ம இந்த எதிர்பார்த்தோம் ஆனால் இந்த இறைச்சி வேவலை, கோழி வந்து ஒழுங்கா இல்லை, சம்பால் ரொம்ப ஸ்பைசியாக இருந்துச்சு. How do you deal with that kind of situation?
Okay, so same, right? Like before they come and sign up with us or choose us as the caterer, there's food tasting sessions. So in the food tasting sessions, so we will cook what is our normal standards, right? And then food tasting up they get to tweak it. So they will come to us and we have a form like sambal is too spicy, because on the wedding day we don't do mass cooking, we do specific cooking for this wedding. So you can alter the taste. Okay. So like moonu kalanthukku ore time la andha mari seiya maattom. So we actually do it for this person that's specific. So something is too salty. See, taste is subjective. இன்னைக்கு எனக்கு வந்து சால்ட்டியா இருக்குது, உங்களுக்கு உப்பே இல்லாம இருக்கும். இல்ல பாயசம் எனக்கு ரொம்ப இனிப்பா இருக்காது, உங்களுக்கு it's very subjective. It's very hard to please everybody.
சில பேர் நிறைய இனிப்பு சாப்பிட்டா like actual இனிப்பு சாப்பிடும்போது they don't taste anything at all.
Exactly. So you can't please everybody. Even your mom's cooking, right? One day you'll say amma இன்னைக்கு நல்லா இருக்கு, நல்லாவே இல்ல. We do that. So what we try to manage expectations. So on the food tasting level they are able to tell us, okay, இது எனக்கு பிடிக்கல இந்த மாதிரி. So our normal standards then we will regulate it accordingly to the food tasting. So that's very important. And I also feel they have trust issues with the caterer. Like sometimes the POCs, right, or 5 minutes later, phone adichiruvaanga. Oh, you're not here. You're supposed to set up at 9 o'clock. We know that. We have done this. And they try to teach us our jobs, which can be frustrating at times. But டாக்டர் லாய் கிட்ட எல்லாம் போய் சொல்ல மாட்டீங்களா உங்க வேலை எப்படி செய்யணும்னு. ஆனா நம்மளுக்கு கத்து கொடுக்கறதுக்கு நிறைய பேர் இருக்காங்க அங்க. So they just don't trust the service providers that we know our job or that we will execute it. Yeah, like we come late but we know that இவ்வளவு time இருக்கு செட்டப்க்கு we can do it by then. அந்த இது இல்ல. They'll say all sorts of things and I to be very honest I think I had a rude shock because before this I was an accountant, then I moved into the family business and I hate service but I ended up on the ground. I've never seen more rude and entitled people in my life until I came to service industry. But ipa vande we know how to deal with it lah, with experience, 10 years of experience. So yeah, so that is our issues. Yeah.
Service recovery ஒன்னு இருக்கா? Like do you?
Oh, of course, it's very important. Of course. So touch 99% of the time we have had good reviews. Sometimes they will say that அன்னைக்கு வந்து அப்பளமே குடுக்கல, maybe like they forgot, my guys forgot it was in the so then we will refund or we will say sorry, and then the next time when you come back to us there's a discount. அதெல்லாம் இருக்கு. We have to do service recovery if you're in the industry. So we believe in that. I mean, customers are important. Yeah.
Shifting back to decor, நீங்கள் முதல்ல வந்து the Pinterest இதுன்னு சொன்னீங்க சரியா? Then couples would have a specific decoration they want. ஒரு ஸ்பெசிஃபிக் கலர் இருக்கும், ஒரு மாதிரியான மஞ்சள் நிறத்தில் சிவப்பு பூசிய ஏதோ ஒன்று இருக்கும். ஆனால் நீங்கள் அதை பார்த்தாக்கா என்ன கர்மமடா இதுன்னு நீங்கள் வந்து யோசிப்பீங்க. Do you ever step in and say இல்லை இந்த கலர் நல்லா இருக்காது, இந்த கலர் நல்லா இருக்கும்? Do you ever recommend?
Or do you ever have seen like ஒரு client வந்து சொல்லியிருப்பாங்க they gave a certain idea but உங்களுக்கு தெரியும் that it does not look good or it's not achievable at all? Is there any instant வந்து
definitely we have encountered that many times. நிறைய பேர் வந்து like அவங்க saree color வந்து sometimes they want to match with what the bride is wearing, and the saree color is like a luminous green or whatever color, right? And they want to match. Sometimes certain colors will work. Normally when they come and meet me for consultation, I'll show them the color palette that we have. I have over 50 over colors for couples to select for backdrop draping itself. So அவங்க வந்து select பண்ணும்போது they will just, and I'll tell them you can go as crazy as you want, which how many colors you all want to go with. But சில பேர் வந்து திடீர்னு வந்து they'll take the color combinations they take doesn't really match. At that point of time, as a person who have been in industry for so long, I will always advise them இது வந்து will work or will not. I have to tell them because in the end of the day it is my work that's going to be displayed there. Then people who don't know head or tail and come there யார் டெக்கோ செஞ்சான்னு கேட்கும்போது அப்போ என் பேர் தான் வெளியாக போகுது. So definitely it will also affect your reputation. Affect my reputation, right? So I will definitely tell them that this is not going to work. I'll give them suggestions. Maybe based on your color palette, if you want to contrast what you're going to wear, we can go with these colors. And if you want to complement what you're going to wear, then we go with these colors. Then I'll always advise. And then it's still up to them in the end of the day if they want to take my suggestion or if they really want it their way, then we will just have to make do with it and then see how to go about doing it.
எத்தனை பேர் வந்து especially the bride, they want to color match with the deco outfit?
Okay, நிறைய பேர் கேட்பாங்க, but இப்போ நான் அந்த red saree போட்டேன்னா if you're going to wear a red color backdrop, will I blend into the backdrop? This is a very common question. Every couple who come, this is the first thing they ask me. If நான் வந்து super saree போடுறேன்னா is going to be if the red is going to be one of the colors, will I blend into the backdrop? I will tell them it's a very simple. நீங்க வெள்ளை சட்டை போட்டுட்டு you go and stand on a white background, you will never blend in because there's skin tone, there's your hair, your jewelry, there's so much of things that's going, so you will never blend in. You will be something that will complement, but you will not be like you will blend into the background and you camouflage into it.
You won't stand out as
So I will always explain to them. இப்போ வந்து like I said, current trend, a lot of them go for something that complements what they're wearing. So as a whole look up பார்க்கும்போது, let's say I'm wearing like a pastel pink saree, couples go for pastel pink and ivory shades of backdrop, and then the garland colors also they go for those kind of colors. So it's as a whole picture you look at it, it looks nice. It complements everything. So it is still very subjective. Like I say, some people want to do something that complements, some want to do something that contrasts. So it's really up to them.
ஏன் நான் கேட்டேன்னு தெரியுமா? Because I used to be a wedding photographer part time lah. Used to work with a few friends. So சில couples வந்து they dress amazingly, so on the backdrop and everything it works perfectly on the photo. So edit பண்ணவே like every photo you will definitely edit. ஆனால் certain photos வந்து it looks so good that your editing வந்து ரொம்ப மினிமலாக இருக்கும். ஆனால் அதே நேரத்தில் வந்து there will be some couples the outfit is match ஆகாது, it doesn't look good at all.
Apart from just doing the deco and everything, one of the most important aspect in any kind of deco is lighting. when you do the proper lighting.
Exactly, yeah.
So சில பேர் வந்து டெக்கோ எல்லாம் பின்னாடியே கசமுச்சான கலர் போட்டிருப்பாங்க. அதில் வந்து பிங்க் கலர் லைட்டு, ப்ளூ கலர் லைட்டு, they use this kind of lightings to make the whole deco look even worse.
It makes our job even harder.
Yeah, so and then in photographs it's going to turn out bad, definitely. So normally
So this is where the expertise come in, right? You need to know your job. A decorator needs to know what light to put.
so we will definitely when we do lighting and everything has to play a part. It's just not doing a drape. சில பேர் சொல்லுங்க துணி தானே போடுறீங்கன்னா இதுக்கு, but it's not only doing அதே துணி நான் கூட கொடுத்தேன்னா you cannot do what I do. So there's a lot of expertise that goes into it, because அந்த மாதிரி everybody can do decoration. It is a job that needs some kind of definitely you need some experience in doing it lah. So
And creativity.
yes, definitely creativity. And it's a job that always evolves. நான் ஒரே டெக்கோ வந்து 10 வருஷத்துக்கு போட முடியாது. Every time people trend மாறிட்டே இருக்கு, and we have to keep on updating ourselves. We always create certain designs, and we always try not to stick to that. We always take in suggestions, and we also recreate new things that what couple wants lah.
அதே ட்ரெயின் வந்து சாப்பாட்டுலேயும் இருக்கும். முன்ன வந்து மேபி
அப்படியா?
முன்ன வந்து மேபி ஐ ரிமெம்பர் there was a time வந்து கல்யாணத்துக்கு போனாக்கா அது ஸ்டாண்டர்ட் சிக்கன் பெரட்டல், சிக்கன் சாம்பார், பிரியாணி, மட்டன் ஏதோ ஒன்று இருக்கும். ஆனால் தென் ஸ்டார்டட் கம்மிங் பலாக் பன்னீர், கோபி மஞ்சூரியன்,
The North Indian influence.
the North
yes,
Indian.
yeah.
Then after that you start getting like a fusion kind of food, அந்த தாய் சிக்கனா ஏதோ ஒன்று. தென் மாக் மீட்டில் கூட அந்த மாதிரி இருக்கும்.
Live stations.
பானிபூரி எல்லாம் இருக்கும். ஸோ how do you I won't use the word adapt here, but அந்த ட்ரெண்ட் வந்து சாப்பாடுலையும் நீங்கள் பார்த்துருக்கீங்களா?
இருக்கு. Okay, so there is, so I'm going to make a statement here. We don't bother to go with the trends. So Sammy's Catering is a South Indian food catering, and we do what we do really well. So we don't try to infuse it, we don't try to change it, we refuse to change. And I mean, I can be probably there's going to be a backlash for it. People call, because nammalukku chefs irukanga, okay, they're from South India and all of that. They do the South Indian dishes really well. Avangalta poi you ask them to do fusion, then you need to take those chefs, and you have to have the expertise. You can't just try and wing it, right? You can't. And currently what we give the food that we do, we're so good at the senji, we're so good at it, people like it. Why change the formula, right? So if you want authentic South Indian food with a little bit of Singaporean, because there's sambal and all inside, which is very Singaporean, come to us, right? So we don't try. Adukku vera caterers irukanga. There are other caterers who are doing fusion, going into this and exploring. We don't want to do that. Okay. We would rather stick to what we do really well and keep improving the standards and giving you. And you'll be surprised. We try to add in new things into the menu. ஒரு வருஷமா அந்த மெனுல அந்த ஐட்டம் அப்படியே தான் இருக்கு, யாரும் எடுக்கல. So people, we as caterers, because we cook it all the time, we think, ayyo, adhe kudukrom, so boring, let's come up, we sit with the team, and we do like new dishes with the chef, we put it in, adhe idukku dhaan poranga. Even Deepavali, we took out our famous Mysore mutton out of the Deepavali menu and put pepper. People were so upset. Like, edukku eduthinga, we want, so they are used to it. So then we read our trend, right? In business, we know what people like, don't like. Adallam paathu, then we decided, okay, we don't need to do fusion. People want this from Sammy's Catering. This is what they're coming for. Let's give it. And madri da. So no, there are trends in food as well. Sammy's Catering is just stubborn about changing. We're like, no, we are so good at this. Why poi valupi idella tap no need.
Example, நீ வந்து மெக்டானல்ட்ஸ் போய் நீ பீட்சா கேப்பியா? No, right?
Yeah.
Hey, இல்ல you'll be surprised, okay? நான் மெக்டானல்ட்ஸ் வந்து இந்தோனேஷியா போனேன். அங்கே வந்து சோத்தை கொடுக்குறாங்க மெக்டானல்ட்ஸோட.
ஆமாம், தாய்லாண்ட் also, right?
மலேசியாலும் அங்கே இருக்கு.
It's a culture shock for me. அதெல்லாம் நான் சோறை வந்து ஃபாஸ்ட் ஃபுட்டில் நான் எதிர்பார்த்ததே இல்லை.
இல்லை, நான் சொல்கிறது வந்து சவுத் இந்தியன்னா the food is kind of a staple already. We know the food.
No, but the thing is, right, ஏன்னா ஃபார் டெக்கோ வந்து ட்ரெண்ட் வந்து யூ ஹேவ் டு சேஞ்ச், கரெக்ட் தானே? பட் when it comes to food you have the liberty to, I won't use the word liberty here, you have the
நீங்க ஃபவுண்டேஷன்ஸ்லயே அப்படியே தரமா நீங்க.
For me it's like fusions. I mean, if you go and experiment something, make sure that the food, I mean, you do it well, right? If you don't have the expertise for it and you do not know how to do, don't do it. Like, it's okay to not follow the trend. And like, for food I'm talking about, decor you have to. It's so outdated, people don't want it, but food is not. It's like we just do what we do and we do it well, so we're fine.
The classics, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so I'll give you all a couple of scenarios. அது வந்து கல்யாணம் வந்து 8 to maybe
scenario based questions இது
10 மணி வரைக்கும். ஆனால் 10 மணிக்கு வந்து டான்னு யாரும் நிற்க மாட்டாங்க, அது எல்லாரும் போயிட்டே இருப்பாங்க. டெக்கோவையும் நீங்கள் எடுக்கணும், மறுநாள் காலையில் வேறு இன்னொரு வெட்டிங். How do you go about tearing down and telling the client money ஆயிட்டு without like disrespecting them or like offending them?
We don't have to do it.
Actually, normally
the temple does it.
number same model. If it's in a venue, right? Because they have a cut-off time for the booking, right?
Okay.
So normally, if it's in a wedding hall, like a temple wedding hall, the staff from the temple they themselves will actually they will go and tell the couples like time ஆயிடுச்சு, you all have to cut off already. Either sometimes mostly drag பண்றது வந்து is because of photography, right? Because இப்போ வந்து they are weddings from 6 to 10 சொன்ன மாதிரி, right? But 6 to 10 வந்து சில கல்யாணத்துல வந்து 4 பேர் தான் இருப்பாங்க, சில பேர் வந்து 600 பேர் கூப்பிடுவாங்க, சில பேர் 1000 பேர் கூப்பிடுவாங்க. So it's still within the same 4-hour time frame, but then the guest count is totally different, right? So at that point what drags is because of photography. ஏன்னா இப்போ 600 பேருக்கு நீ ஃபோட்டோ எடுக்கிறதுக்கும் 1000 பேருக்கு ஃபோட்டோ எடுக்கிறதுக்கும் definitely there's going to take more time, right?
ரொம்ப drag ஆகும்.
So dragging வந்து அதில் தான் ஆகும். So normally வந்து photographers also still have to do their job because they are paid for to do it, right? And then after doing all the couples family shots and the group shots, they still have to take individual couple shots, which they don't have time to do once they tie the tali or whatever, right? So we still have to wait for them, and அவங்க செஞ்சிருக்கும் நம்ம கழட்டவும் முடியாது because they still need the backdrop to take photos and everything. So we will wait. நம்மளுக்கு வந்து we have no no objections on waiting out for them. Like, it's just that sometimes because of time frame, like this, let's say after our wedding there's another wedding and another decorator needs to set up, we have to tear down so that they can come and set up. We have to be fair to them. அவங்களுக்கு வந்து they need 2 to 3 hours to set up. I cannot give them 1-2 hours before because of the previous wedding, right? So we have to work. So far we have met these issues, but then it will be somehow settled. Sometimes down there will be some issues where couples take longer than expected. That one they have to deal with the temple management directly. We cannot do anything about it. Correct. We just have to wait until they are done, then we remove our decor. So it நடந்திருக்கு, but something you can
for food, very standard. நம்மளுக்கு வந்து after you cook, right, there's SFA regulations, Singapore Food Authorities.
There's a cut-off, right?
Yes, by 4 hours you need to tear down. So if my food was set up by 7, by 11 it has to be stuff like that.
Tear down means sorry.
We have to the food cannot be there anymore. You can only consume 4 hours from the time we cook the food.
அப்போ நான் 6 hours later gulab jamun சாப்பிட்டது
அது உங்களுக்கு ஃபுட் பாய்சனிங் வந்தா அது தெரியாது.
Also it's not liable on
yeah,
you.
So we will use that. It's not as an excuse. That is the cutoff, and we have a signage down there like food to be consumed by this time. So let's say crowd மேல இருந்தாங்கன்னா we will tell the point of contact or somebody family members la கீழ வந்து சாப்பிட சொல்லுங்க because we need to clear. அது வந்து there's no two ways about it. There's no two ways about it because it involves food and food poisoning and all of that, right? So நம்மளுக்கு அது easy. We give that as a thing, and then most people வருவாங்க, சில பேர் still linger. What we do is we pack the food aside, leave it aside for the family, and then we will tear down the food. So that's our way of doing it.
Has there been a situation where the கல்யாண பொண்ணு and மாப்பிள்ளை because of the photos and everything அவங்க சாப்பிடாம all the way to the end tear down பண்ணிட்டீங்க, then வந்து எங்க சாப்பாடு நம்ம சாப்பிடவே இல்லை?
No, we always make sure we leave food aside for the couple. அது வந்து priority number 1. ஆனா whether they're eating it there or they're taking it away, somebody needs to tell us. Right. So usually நம்ம banana leafல வந்து we will serve them. So my staff are there until the couple comes down, to serve them and everything. So அதனால we actually do overshoot. Actually சாப்பாடு timing is off, but they have to eat. So my poor men have to go back home late because of that. It happens, but we don't make it a big deal. It's just part of the process. No solite we will stay, and the extra cost adala usually it happens for photo video. Nambalukla no, we just wait and we do it la. So food is always there for the couple. Yeah,
even for the decor portion, like you said, dining area we will always leave about 5 tables for the family members to come down and dine. Even though there's let's say 20 to 30 tables that we have set, we will always leave behind 5 tables which is still set up for the couple and their family members to come down and have their meal. Correct. Before we tear down the rest of it la. So it's always a practice that we have always done.
உங்களோட average time frame to set up deco and tear down deco, is it like 6 hours, 8 hours?
இல்ல 6 hours 8 hours கொடுத்தாங்கன்னா அதெல்லாம் வந்து
big is a good thing.
Heaven. Singapore, any wedding hall maximum 4 hours. In Singapore la. Other countries they have 1 day before. Even Malaysia, I have friends who do.
Malaysia is longer. They book the hall for longer.
2-3 days, right?
A lot of time to do the decor.
Yeah, to be very honest, they're very flexible.
Exactly.
Singapore வந்து light அடிச்சிருவாங்க. So we have in weddings, right? People are eating and the temple just switches off the light. My wedding was an example of that. they switch off. And then we were so upset. And my photographer was from Malaysia, but he came down to Singapore. And then he was so shocked by the culture. It's the first wedding he was doing in Singapore. He's never done it. So he said, the Singapore is strict. They switch off the light when you're eating and everything because it's already too late, 11 plus. And it's quite rigid and it spoils the entire mood of the event actually. But who are we to say that, right?
My point, right? Because 4 hours kudukranga, what happens is I can only do that much of work in that 4 hours. There are couples who ask me a lot of things. Like last year, December, I did for one couple. They had a wedding, Indian wedding prior, before her wedding. Hers was an evening wedding. The morning or Indian wedding. And then their booking was up to 4 p.m. And this couple had, the wedding started at 6 p.m. And then there's only 2 hours for us to turn over the whole event. And the bride, when she came to us 2 years back before even her wedding, she booked a very grand setup. And she told us that there's no morning wedding as of now, so we want to do a very grand setup. And she confirmed the package and everything. After that, then, nearer to the wedding day, maybe 2-3 months before, she said that last minute the hotel took up another booking. For them, it's business. So they took up the other order, right? So, and it's other Indian wedding, and there was another decorator that's going to be doing that. So we need time for that decorator to tear down and for us to set up. And so many things, logistically, was a nightmare for us, but we still managed to do it. It's just that I had to bring the whole team. We had to find ways to make the whole setup we had to do it up faster. So it happens, but we try to manage it.
Yeah.
Has there been a situation where நீங்கள் வந்து அந்த கப்பல் வந்து 48 ஹவர்ஸ்க்கு முன்னாடி இல்லை எனக்கு இந்த செட்டப் வேணாம் இந்த செட்டப் வேறு செட்டப் வேணும்னு லைக் மைண்ட் மாற்றிருக்காங்களா? சேம் ஃபார் சாப்பாடு as well. But let's start with...
But it doesn't have to be the whole setup. Maybe like சில important விஷயங்கள் வந்து...
The key things where you definitely cannot get the material by 48 hours.
Okay, so normally we have these terms and conditions where any changes has to be made 2 weeks before the wedding. Any last minute changes lah. So normally நம்ம couple கூட consult பண்ணும்போதே we will do it 2 to 3 months before the wedding, right? So I will always tell them these are all the props that's available for your wedding and everything. If something they want to change 48 hours before, if something that I can do it within my inventory, which I can just swap it out, I can do it, no problem. But அதை தவிர்த்து திடீர்னு கஸ்டமைஸாக ஏதாவது கேட்டாங்கன்னா definitely if 2 hours is not practical, it cannot be done, so you will tell them it cannot be done. But அந்த மாதிரி இது வரைக்கும் நடந்ததே இல்லை. Most of them, they are very clear what they want. They don't do last minute changes. So it is, so far we have not experienced anything like that.
சாப்பாடுக்கு வந்து அந்த மாதிரி நடந்திருக்காவே, people last minute they like இல்லை எனக்கு இந்த சாப்பாடு வேணாம், எனக்கு வந்து கோழி வந்து ஒத்துக்காது இன்னைக்கு.
Actually more than the food options, the number of packs. Okay, so food options is fine. Number of packs, when it increase, for us we have to confirm by a week. We give them a week. So it has happened. You can't do anything. So you must understand, and the defrosting time marination time, it's Indian cooking, right? It's not Western. You can't take it out and fry. So adala can't happen in 48 hours. And if it's bulk quantity, 500, 1000 packs, the kilos of chicken and the mutton that we have to defreeze and marinate and all, it's impossible. So also worse, if they're bringing down the number of packs. ஏற்கனவே எல்லாம் வாங்கியாச்சு. You've bought all the stuff, money is out. I can't throw it away, right? It'll be wasted. If you want to increase, I can still do something, right? But if you want to decrease, you can't, and they get upset. It's not because we're greedy for money. It's not that. It's just that so much of wastage of things that will happen. Some people, I always believe this. Customers are just not aware of your business practices. Therefore, they are difficult.
Or is it customers are not aware of logistical limitations?
Exactly.
Okay.
So we try to explain to them why we don't do it.
Okay.
So most of the time they are nice, they understand. I'm so sorry, I can't decrease the numbers, you have to go with it. At worst case scenario, people don't need you pack lah. That's what I can do. Because inge vanda நம்ம வீச வேண்டிய நிலைமை, we can't reuse the stock. Right? You buy, and then sometimes when you want to increase by a large number, we also don't have enough stock. Because we cook fresh, we buy, we cook, and we out. There's no we don't keep stock for so long because it's perishable goods.
Perishable,
correct. So adanale it has happened. They have been very upset. Wherever we can, we try to do our best. The motto, we all in business and service to please people, right? We don't want to go down there and make you upset. That's not the goal. But adu nadakko, ana I think you need to explain to them, and most of the time people are graceful. They are okay with it. We'll say this is the best we can do for you. illa mudiyadhu, and the terms and conditions la irukku. But 1 week you must if anything we change for you is out of our goodwill and ability to do so. Mudilana, they have to accept it lah. It's a two-way thing. Yeah.
It's always difficult lah. Like ஒரு business owner இருந்துட்டு and this trouble of like okay good service, but at the same time it's there's a thing of like நமக்கு வந்து ஒரு limitation இருக்கு or like there's some logistical problems. It's
absolutely.
very difficult, right?
Yeah.
No, but then when that kind of situation happens also, right, then they put the blame immediately on like
On the vendor, yes.
vendor.
Yes.
It's not fair.
Not fair.
Not fair at all, yeah.
Yeah. It's like that. Thanks for highlighting it. It's always customer is right? And we are the one who, it's true. Yeah. Like that.
I don't believe in that also.
Yeah.
Customer is right. Nah.
Yeah.
You only know what you know.
Yeah, exactly. உனக்கு வந்து like எல்லாம் வந்து everything has to go your way on your special day னு ஒரு attitude இருக்கு.
காசு கொடுக்குறாங்கன்னு அந்த unreasonableness இருக்காங்க. Because they pay the money, we become the slaves automatically and they are just always right and we are out to cheat them. That mentality. I mean, I'm going to be very honest. Yeah, they have so much of trust issues because money is out. Like, trust the people that you chose, but they are like that. They're just entitled because money is out and like I can tell you to do whatever and anything and you have to fulfill it for me. That's the mindset, the entitlement. But that is service, right? Like, it has become like that. So இதை எப்படி பண்றதுன்னு தெரியல. அது முடியாது. அதான் முடியாது.
இல்லைன்னா நம்ம அந்த நெகட்டிவ் ஆஸ்பெக்ட் பற்றி பேசணும். அந்த flip side, there must have been good moments, right? Especially when you put up a decor and like, wow, this is amazing. Couples were amazed, people were amazed. அந்த மாதிரி moments ஏதாச்சும் இருக்கா?
அந்த மாதிரி moments அதுதான் நிறைய இருக்கு, and that's what we live for, definitely, right? Because we started the business to please the couple. We are not here to to give them anything, not what they wanted and everything. So definitely those kind of moments we always have, and we always want to give more such moments to all our couples, right? So அந்த மாதிரி நிறைய நடந்திருக்கு. But in terms of like you said, design wise and everything, whenever couple give us certain design, we always look into ways to make it better than what they have given us. And நிறைய couples சொல்லுவாங்க, நான் imagine பண்ணதை விட whatever you have done for us is much more better. So that's what we actually aim for. So
Yeah, food is very important component. பாருங்க இப்போ நீங்க கூட ஃபுட் பத்தி தான் பேசுனீங்க. I mean, there's flowers, there's decor, there's photo, video, yes, but I think food is extremely important. And so when I'm personally on the ground, people come up to me and say சாப்பாடு ரொம்ப நல்லா இருக்குமா, ஸ்டாண்டர்ட்ஸ் எப்படி வச்சிருக்கீங்க, like, and from the heart, sometimes I நினைப்பேன், ஐயோ காசு கூட தேவையில்லை, இதே போதும். It really feels like that, and that is why I come from a family where my mom loves to cook and call people over. So food is our love language, hence why we are in the business. So when I am there and people come up to tell me this, it's so nice. So and then some people will tell, நீங்க சாப்பிட்டீங்களா, நீங்க சாப்பிடுங்க and all this. So not everyone is so bad to us, right? There are good people, and they spread the word and they're so happy with the service. அதுவே ரொம்ப திருப்தியா இருக்கும். Like, you just want to keep. So all of the negatives that happen at the start of the wedding, right, by the end of it, when people come and tell you, like, yeah, never mind, it's okay, it's nothing, we can keep. That's why we keep doing this. We're in it for so many years. So it is very fulfilling. I mean, that's more good than bad.
Business for so long is because of word of mouth, right?
Yes,
so because we do a good service, we provide good service, and couple always refer us to future couples and even family members and everything. So that's how we have been in the industry for so long. I've been in the industry for 17 years. So it was even before social media was a thing, Instagram, all these things. So how I grew my business was definitely through word of mouth. Appa not many people were tech savvy and everything. 17 years ago was like 2008. I don't think there was so much of social media influence at that point in time, right? So people started to refer us through word of mouth. So that's how
I think the other beautiful thing is we get them married and then they get pregnant and then they give birth and then we like keep doing catering for the entire family.
So I'm like the family. They say my family decorated. My sister got married. My brother got married. Now my sister's pregnant, and then you're the child's 10-year-old.
So we become family, by the end of it.
Nice.
Yeah, so that's really the most heartwarming part of it.
Yeah.
The people,
it's like your go-to decor, food vendor.
Yeah.
I think the better word for it is just the relationship you all
Yes. எல்லாருக்குமே கூட இல்ல சிலவங்க very difficult அப்பா ஒண்ணுமே வேணாம்னு இருக்கும். But the most part of it it's like that. Like we have very good clients.
How important is relationship to you all in that aspect from a customer's point of view?
It's very important, definitely.
It's very, I mean, let's be honest, they are the rice bowl, right? Like, if not who? And if you have to respect them, you have to, I won't say kowtow, but then you have to give your best to them. That's what you're promising them, and you have to deliver. But of course, when they're unreasonable to us, then we don't have to take it lah. That we don't have to. We can just, maybe I don't want to do business with you anymore. But otherwise, I think a customer and a relationship is extremely important. Like I take service recovery, like you said, is important. To make sure they have a good, pleasant experience with us is very important. From the start till the end, it has to be positive and you have to do your best. Sometimes they'll annoy you and irritate you, but you just have to suck it up and do it because it's important. Then they'll come back to you also. Sometimes some people are very hard, when you're nice to them, they will mellow. So you need to know like psychology konjam theriyano. Yeah, that's like that. Ama eppadi so avanga romba rough பேசுவாங்க because your vendor they have no respect. Oh, I'm giving you money, but then when you actually like mellow down and talk to them nicely, you will see them changing. We have so many customers started off rough and then they've now become some of our most supportive customers over the years.
Rough as in கொஞ்சம் abrasive இருப்பாங்களா
ஆமா entitled then forever like like down there, but then they're breathing down your neck teaching you your job because they just don't trust you will deliver அந்த மாதிரிலாம் இருக்கு. Then after when you do it the first time and you do it so well, then they breathe. I don't blame them. I am sure they've had bad experiences, I am sure, right? Like அதனால they think the நம்மளும் அப்படி தான் செய்வோம், சாப்பாடு வராது. I've heard horror stories where food didn't turn up for wedding. Someone forgot an order because they will tell you after that why they were so bad to you. Then they'll say ரொம்ப நன்றிமா இந்த மாதிரி நடந்தது அதனால தான் we were so worried. So you try and understand them also and not do it.
Okay, so Veeshasham பத்தி what is the unique Veeshasham? உங்களுக்கு வந்து what is very unique to you that you feel
maybe we start what is Veeshasham maybe, right?
What is the unique Veeshasham?
what is unique about
Uniqueness,
Veeshasham? Uniqueness about
What is
Veeshasham?
the unique Veeshasham?
Fine, we clever.
You're the best person to say that.
Pauranami.
But on the thought process.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah,
Yeah.
like what Sharif say, there are so many wedding vendors out there. So many people who offer solutions like that, right? Maybe there may be people who offer solutions like that. What's unique about Veeshasham that y'all outshine the other vendors?
The first thing, the word Veeshasham itself is very unique because how we came about with the word Veeshasham is actually from the first 4 letters from each company, right? V for Vada, elephant for E, then S for semis and S takes. So adlinda VESS eduthu, then we formed up the word Veeshasham. So adlinda we came up with that idea, and then actually how this whole thing is unique, right? Like you said, நிறைய பேர் வந்து இந்த மாதிரி all in all service கொடுப்பாங்க. There will be many companies that does, okay, if you come to me, I'll cover your food, your decor, your whatever service that's needed for the wedding, we will provide you. But in the end of the day, the couple will never know who's providing that service. If I'm giving you everything, A to Z, everything. But if you ask them who's the garland provider, they wouldn't know who's the garland provider. That particular company, right, can be taking garlands from some shop, from Decor, right? But, whatever, like, even for food also, they will tell you, oh, the food is from us, but they are not a caterer. They will just take food from a specific restaurant who they are, they have some kind of dealing with, right? So, what's different about Veeshasham is couples, when they come to us, they know that the 4 services that I'm getting is actually from all these
companies, like individual companies. And I would like to think that all of us have made our mark in the South Indian industry in Singapore.
Okay.
Like people know, like what he said earlier, ஒரு கல்யாணத்துக்கு நம்ம செட்டப் பண்ணோம்னா நான் definitely இங்க turn பண்ணா சூரியனை பார்ப்பேன், அந்த சைடுல லோகனை பார்ப்பேன். We always see each other in 90% of the weddings, which means people are taking us individually because we are good at something, right? So then when the 4 good brands come together, there's more synergy to do better. Like, so I think that's the whole thing. Also, and people, we are also how do I say, held accountable for it. You wouldn't, the food is not nice, go and catch semis for this. And whereas other companies, you will never know, you can't direct, you just think it's the whole thing, right? So here we are telling you, this is the 4 companies coming together and this is what we are giving you. And
what was the pain point that you all saw? ஏன்னா இப்போ நீங்கள் சொன்னீங்க 4 பேரை நீங்கள் வந்து you all saw each other at the weddings and all that. But there must have been a spark, there must have been that moment like, hey, இதை ஏன் நம்ம 4 பேரா ஒன்று சேர்ந்து உட்கார்ந்து
ஸ்பார்க் இவர் தான் கொடுத்தாரு. ஸோ இவர்
ஸ்பார்க் வந்து எப்படி வந்துச்சுன்னா வந்து like I was talking to Logan one day and then he said, actually there's so many companies giving this kind of packages, so நம்மள அதை வந்து we have to do something definitely. Then after that I told him, why not we just come together. அப்போ வந்து நானும் லோகன் ஒண்டி பேசியிருக்கும், why not we just sell just the wedding and the garlands together as a package. So if couples come to you, you sell decor. If couple comes to me, I sell garlands. That's how it was supposed to be. Then after that, why not we sell it as a all in all, like சாப்பாடு. இப்போ South Indian wedding பார்த்தீங்கன்னா there are 7 services that they will definitely need. Photo, video, garland, decor, food. And then the other 2 is very subjective, which is makeup for the bride and henna for the bride. These are the most important services. Other than that, the outfits and everything is all secondary.
Solemnization, Samyar and...
So, அதெல்லாம் வந்து நீங்க கோயில் எடுக்கும்போது ஐயர் எல்லாம் வந்து
அவர் will give it to you.
So, external
of course you can tie up, but external, but not with the temples. You can't tie up with the temples.
Right.
Yeah.
So, but other than that, these are the most 7 important services that a couple would need for a wedding, right? So adula vandu we are already providing you 5 services. The other 2 is very subjective. Like I said, photo,
we
makeup
can't
artist.
tie up with one makeup artist because you might not like the style.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
we decided not to do that.
Yeah, so either one we try to do it like that, and then we thought, okay, why not we pull in semis, because we are all in the industry for the same period of time. I mean, we all started together, and we are all in the same age range, age range, right? So our
Number the oldest.
okay, number the oldest, but okay lah,
Yeah,
the
yeah,
oldest,
but we are around the same age group.
so our wavelength, we have the similar wavelength.
Also,
right?
the thing is, he did my wedding deco 12 years ago. I catered for Veda Flowers wedding. So, do you realize now, we've used each
அப்புறம்
other.
Veda Flowers?
ஆமா, அவங்க கல்யாணத்துக்கு நம்ம சாப்பாடு கொடுத்தோம்.
Okay.
And at that time, we were just customer
Yeah.
and like, you know, a vendor. Now we are like business partners. So, clearly, we've seen something in each other also, right? To work together. You must want to work. Our phone at it doesn't mean, okay, I'll join you. We will have to trust whether can we work with you. And I mean, I didn't know the other 2, Veda Flowers and Elephant. I didn't know. I just knew him. So when he gave the call, and I was like, seems like a very interesting idea. Let's see what we can do, right? But then we got introduced to the other vendors. When to be very honest, on my end, when we stepped in, semis do not collaborate with anybody. We just don't. We're just worried, right?
I mean, because like I said, anybody screws up, right?
We are liable.
Yeah.
We are held liable, accountable. So நம்ம collab பண்ண மாட்டோம். So when I trust him. We were from the same school. He did my wedding, and then like
I did her wedding, I did his sister's
wedding, everything. So
it comes back to relationship,
yeah, so
right?
then my relationship with him was solid. I know that he's so good in the industry. I trust his work ethics and business ethics. Let's do something together. Like and my father was saying, like, you know, you youngsters should do things together, you know, like all of it. Apatha that's okay, I trust you lah. So I trust that the other people you have chosen will also be of quality. Let's do this. So little 2.5 years
years
and
later.
to be very, very honest, I did not expect that Veeshasham will be a brand that people actually will trust and take. You know, like, like they are, and we work together so well. Like, this is like personal snippets now, right? When we go for Veeshasham meeting, so I run the business with my sister, so there's 2 of us. So when we go for meetings and we leave, I'm always inspired by these guys. Like, you know, so I love that. I feel that nammaloda work ethics are very similar. We are all such hardworking people. Nobody's lazy. That is great.
Meetings, Veeshasham meetings, right? You all are 4 different entities.
Yes.
Right? And you all would have your own track for business in that sense.
Yeah.
And Veeshasham meetings, how does that happen? Because there's one track Veeshasham, then there's like Sammy's Catering, there's SDX. How do you all manage that time, I would say?
So we are 4 companies, but Veeshasham is a private limited. We have Veeshasham as well as a company.
Okay.
So that's another company, and we have an admin girl. And the girl illama நம்ம
அதெல்லாம்
செத்தோம்.
செத்தோம்.
So that's how we manage it. We have initially we did on our own. Oh my God, we wanted to die.
Seriously, admin work செய்யறது வந்து is a very big headache. So
because we already have our own companies, right? So idu adu 4 companies வந்து bill பண்ணனும். Because like when we do services, then each of us, it was met. Then we hired that girl, and then she comes in, and then we commit to it. I mean, you're asking how do we find the time? You have to commit to it.
Correct.
If you have a business, you have to commit. You have to commit. At some point, not all of us were committing to be quite. He was annoyed, and then he texted and he was like,
I'm like the father of the whole business.
Yeah.
Like, I every time send messages.
But he also too fast lah. நம்ம சேக்கட்ட அவர் செஞ்சிருவாரு. அப்புறம் you are not doing it. He's like
because
so fast.
I always I don't wait on things. I will try to get things done as soon as possible. Like when you send us the questions and everything, we were always like, you know, she told me, okay, we have to think about it. But I typed down all the answers and I sent to her.
Yeah, so I think that we were born in the 80s, right? So we were very different from the younger generation. So, but anyway, he will get annoyed. Like, he's always the one doing. But I think that's really healthy. Like, he will say it, guys, I cannot be the only one doing it. So, of course, let's get. So, it took a while. It took a while.
It took a while
for us to find our footing together. Because business styles are so different. Sandala varla. I think we just like.
There was some. Hard conversations.
Difficult conversations that happened.
Yeah, we
had to do it. But after that, we just hug and make up, and we're like, you know what? What we bring together is amazing. இதனாலலாம் we cannot spoil the relationship னு சொல்லிட்டு we move past it, right?
இடையில ஏன் தெரியுமா சரிச்சான்?
உங்களுக்கு அதே பிரச்சனையா?
I mean everybody faces it.
So we're all different, right?
இல்ல அதான் அந்த குரூப்ல ரொம்ப டிஃபரெண்டா இருக்கிறது நான் தான்.
You mean, are you the proactive one?
We are all proactive. ஆனா A for apple நான் A for airplane யோசிப்பேன். அந்த டிஃபரண்ட்.
இல்ல ஒரு குரூப்ல வந்து ஒருத்த வந்து he will take the most initiative sometimes. Usually I find
It's him,
like he's trying to solve solutions and all, he's trying to solve problems, trying to find solutions. So,
புள்ள இருக்குது. Sorry.
But there must be a push factor, right?
push,
So definitely there.
இல்ல I would say Yuva also.
Nuva and
So I would say we all come from a different. நீங்க உங்கள மாதிரி தான். We all have our different expertise, right?
Yeah.
But when it comes to being proactive, I have more time on my hands.
Yeah, somebody needs to get the ball rolling, right? So
Exactly,
So, and
yeah.
Yuva also does that. But the thing is, all three of them have married with kids. And I am the only one who no marriage, no kids, very happy. So there is that factor.
Yeah,
Time
yeah.
is a factor as well. That is why I asked the question about time. You all got your own
No,
business.
we make the sacrifice. We are so committed to the business. And to be very honest, I think like our friendship helps a lot. We like each other. You have to work with people that you like, I
Yeah,
feel.
correct.
We like each other and all of us have the same drive.
How old is Veeshasham?
okay, so when we initiated this, right? We initiated it
2024.
2024.
December.
I mean, we initiated earlier. We started like in October 2024, and then we planned our first wedding fair, which was in on December 2024 lah. So அதுக்கப்புறம் நினைச்சோம், we thought, okay, once this is done, we don't.
We thought it was a one-off thing.
We really thought it was a one-off thing that we don't do about it. We don't continue selling the package and everything. And then after that, a lot of couples came back to us asking for the Veeshasham package instead of coming to us like separately.
Separately.
So
just
when
for
you
our
say
service.
us, naka yaar kita to you?
Any one of us. So they started recognizing us as a whole, like Veeshasham already. Right? So அப்போ வந்து VSS private limited இல்லை, we were separate and then we did it. And people started coming, word of mouth spread. Also people were very pleased, right? ஒவ்வொரு ஆள்கிட்டையும் தனியாக போய் பேசாமல் ஒரே இடத்துல நம்ம 4 பேரும் யூ சைன் த பேக்கேஜ் we do it. Parents came and told us what a fantastic idea ma, இல்லாட்டி இங்கே போனோம். And also like in his decor package, what is that, your Arsani pot, is that?
Yeah.
Whatever's needed for the temples things, all that. Last time when I got married, right, we have to go to, and then what is the one that Veda Flowers provides? Where you have to
home so கல்யாணம் பண்ணும்போது
home list
கோயில்ல
இருக்கு.
வந்து ஒரு லிஸ்ட் கொடுப்பாங்க that
The
you
list
need
is
to
a
buy.
few pages. Okay, and when I was getting married, I had to go to Jodi one by one, tick and tick and no, we do it all for you. Seamless. The only thing you need to do, look pretty, find your makeup artist and sit down there with your henna. All of the other. So our package includes pre-wedding events as well. It's a whole thing. 3 events. So people were so pleased, and then word of mouth. Like people were just tired to go to individual vendors. ஒரு இடத்துக்கு வந்தா, and then we were like, என்னலா, so much of traction after that wedding show. That's when we sat down and said, let's do something about it. Let's go somewhere with it. I mean, we have something, people want it, there's demand. அப்புறம் தான் எல்லாம் within the next, we are now in the 3rd edition, so that's what's coming up in May.
What encompasses in the event? What happens in that Veeshasham event?
Okay, so basically it's a wedding fair
Okay.
where couples can come down. Wedding fair in Indian industry, there was no wedding fairs for so many years. When you go to the Malay industry, the Chinese industry,
they're very established.
They are so well established, and there are so many fairs in a year. But there was nothing for Indian. So that is when initially when I first started a wedding show back in 2018, 17, 18 like that, we did the first wedding show. அப்போ வந்து அதுக்கு பேர் வந்து Vibhushana, but it was just a pure wedding fair where I will invite like wedding related vendors to be part of the show. They will come up, set up their own booth, and then they sell their services. So that was what was happening until COVID came. So we did it for 2018 and 2019 we did it. Then the following year in 2020 was planned and everything, then it didn't happen because of COVID, right? Then after that we stopped the whole wedding fair for almost 3 to 4 years. Then we started one more, Vibhushana 3, where all these partners who here came aboard, Vada was part of it, Samis was
So
part
that
of
was
it.
done solely by him.
I solely,
his business. We all just volunteered to be, I mean, we were part of the fair, but he was the organizer.
I was the organizer, and then all these people came aboard. And then after that, when we saw that so many of us are already there, then only I spoke to Logan about Veeshasham, and then we tried to sell as a package. Instead of us setting up a booth and I sell deco, you sell your garland, why not we open up a booth, a wedding fair, and then all of us sell all of our packages together. So when a couple walks down to my table, I don't only sell deco, I sell them as a package. So I must know what they are selling, she must know what I'm giving also. So all of us actually learned our individual services, and then we started to promote.
This concept, I suppose, is not a new concept, collaborating wedding vendors and all that. In the 1.5 வருஷமா about 2, right? In the 10 year, have you seen other people doing the same thing, or have you seen competitors in the industry doing the same thing?
Yes, absolutely, yes. So I'll tell you, நீங்க சொன்னீங்கல்ல, the package is not something new, people give it. Yes, they do. எல்லாருமே collaborate, I mean, they don't collaborate, they have photo, video, packages are around. but no one has done a wedding fair where you sell your package. Like your package is done in that whole entire setup. So upon our show, we had like a panel sort of thing. We presented our package per vendor, people sat down, like panel, like
It's a seminar kind of
seminar way. And then after that, if you're interested, you come down to the booth, you sit, and then we close back. And the Marilan enjoy. And then now we're going back to, you come, you meet us, talk to us, and then we try to sell. And then there's so many other vendors we've brought into the program, as in like people who sell bangles or a flower bar or like henna artists, makeup artists, ellarum anga booth vechirupanga. We want to give the Indian businesses a platform to also showcase. So whatever is relevant to the Indian wedding, they are there. So then people come, summa package வந்து sign பண்ணிட்டு போற மாதிரி, they get to go around, see and all that. இந்த மாதிரி யாரும் செஞ்சதில்லை. So the package is like, it's a whole event for the package, So Veeshasham is actually a wedding package's name, right? Yeah, so on the package வந்து நம்ம ஒரு big level ல செய்றோம். Like come meet us, like who is behind the businesses. Let us talk you through whatever we are selling, and then after that please go meet the other people, come back, and then அங்க real food இருக்குது, live stations வச்சிருக்கோம். You get to eat food down there. He will do a whole wedding setup. They get to see it. Veda Flowers will do mala, and all of that. Elephant will showcase their. So it's like one whole Tiruvilla, like, and we have concepts. Every Veeshasham is so cool. So I'll tell you, our first Veeshasham was so amazing. We made it like it's number. So we have a tagline. Unga veetla Veeshashama, enga Veeshashthukku vaanga. We have a tagline. So our first Veesham was done in, was it PGP?
Yep.
We did in PGP, the first floor, and then it was like we decorated in a way that it's a wedding.
Okay.
So it's Namma Veetu Kalyano. So he had a stage decor. There was food that we set up, and photo video was happening. Mala ella irundhudu. And then when people came, we had like paneer, we telikran and come for event. So we go all out for it. Ellarum sari katti, veshti sattala irundhe. So we make it like it's a mega thing, and we take it so seriously. Like come have fun. So we come and like enga veetu vesheshukku vandirkeenga, kalyanam ipdi dhaan irukum. So this is what we are going to do. So we take pride in like selling the package in such a creative way. We present the package like with fanfare. We just do it because that's how much of work we put in, and you get to see our services on that day. Our எப்படி decoration என்ன குவாலிட்டில இருக்கு, சாப்பாடு அங்க it's free, absolutely free. We don't charge you anything. And then a year later, a few months later, somebody else came up with it, and it was so timely that my brother-in-law was going to get married, and then he was like, Akka, I want to go and see this. Then I was like, let's go. I mean, like, of course he can take Veeshasham package, but this fella, nowadays they want to see everything. So I with no expectations I went, and I was so shocked. They did it in PGP hall with the paneer telikranning, with the setup and photo, and I was just wholesale copy of Veeshasham, and I was really surprised. Actually, I'm like, okay, one or two aspects of it is fine. We all copy from somebody, right? Like we're all inspired by somebody. But Anna, idu vandu A to Z la. So I was really
it's just a copy C.
And then there was a vendor down there, and she was like selling her stuff. I mean, obviously people know us, and she was like, hey, how come you're here? Then I said, my brother-in-law is getting married. He says like, why didn't he take your Veeshasham package? I said, well, he wants to compare. Then after that she's like, don't lie, you came here to see, right? I'm like, ungalke copy பண்றதுக்கு தரவட்டு இருந்துச்சுனா நான் organizer, like original people பாங்க. So I was just, I'm not angry or anything, just very amused that like very amused by it. But then that is life, right? Maybe we inspire people to do the same things, and I mean, Surya and I always say like there's enough sunshine to go around for everybody, like so we are happy if you do it, but then sometimes it's a bit annoying, like yes. Wholesale and the idea copy பண்ண நம்ம உட்கார்ந்து think பண்ணி இந்த மாதிரி செஞ்சு. So I'm just அது மட்டும் தான் annoying இருக்கு, but please everybody should succeed. I think we need that in the Indian society.
The community is already so small. We cannot have no grudges against people. I mean, we see each and every vendor after every other wedding. So it's not like something I do a service now.
We're all friends.
Yeah, we meet each other and then we still talk to each other. So I cannot have a grudge against you. So we normally don't do that. I mean,
and actually, honestly, we would love to. Like actually, கேட்டிருந்தா நம்மளே சொல்லிருப்போம். Let me teach you how to do. But I was just shocked. I expect பண்ணல. போகும்போது அதே மாதிரி இருந்ததா. So it's there. But I always will tell him like, let's be different. Like the Malay community பார்த்திருக்கீங்களா? The spirit is, the kampung spirit is just amazing. எல்லாரும் will support everybody. ஒரு ஆள் குக்கி பண்ணா 10 பேரும் அந்த குக்கி that other 8 bakers will support and buy each other. And I think we lack that in the Indian society. society. To be very honest, I mean it. People say dialogue, empowerment, female empowerment. Oh, let's support. I don't see them walk the talk.
அந்த collaborative spirit
இல்ல அதெல்லாம் வந்து
over
முன்னுக்கு
competitive வரும் honestly.
Yeah. So it's I just feel I want Veeshasham and our team to be different. Like, and we are. When we don't really bother much about competition.
We just don't gather just for the business. In our personal life, we go holidays together, and ever since we started this, we have been to holidays together. I mean, that's how we grow our friendship. We are just not business partners.
Yeah.
But we bring our family together. We get them to know each other also. So basically, we are like a very big family. It's family now, basically.
Yeah. So and then we always sit down and talk. Like, let's do something different. Like மத்தவங்க மாதிரி இருக்க வேண்டாம். Like, let's go support. If someone is doing something the same as us, go support. Like, let's do it lah. நம்ம சொல்றோம் நம்ம மத்தவங்களுக்கு நம்ம பிடிக்க மாட்டேங்குது. So it's difficult. So no, but it is what it is lah. Yeah. So that's so Veeshasham, that part of it, that's what I say. Everyone is going to inspire somebody, and you're going to rip something off someone, but try not to do it wholesale.
Plus imitation is the biggest form of flattery event.
ஏமா அந்த சென்டென்ஸ் சொன்னானே எனக்கு தெரியல. ஆவுன அப்படி சொல்லிராங்க.
If you do it once or twice, it's fine. But எப்பவுமே அதே செய்யும்போது it gets very annoying.
The one who's being copied from is annoyed, The one who's copying is very happy.
But they don't do the hard work. They just live from what you have done, right? So
இது வந்து நான் personally I believe in this lah. எவ்வளோ தான் காப்பி பண்ண முடியுமோ காப்பி பண்ணிக்கங்க. You can copy as much as you want. Inspire என்ன whatever nonsense do.
But they'll never be you.
Yeah. There's a certain magic.
Magic that you need.
That the OGs bring.
Yeah.
That is only, even if you want to like you want to make a certain change, right? Only the OGs would know how to change it.
Absolutely.
So I strongly believe in this, right? எத்தனை பேர் வேணாலும் முளைக்கட்டும். It's just how, again, to me it's a collaborative spirit. If they come and say I want to do this, how do we do it? Sure. But it happens.
Yeah. Of course. Like that.
So I mean, coming to the end of this episode, I would say it's a very விசேஷத்தோட ஆரம்பிச்சு விசேஷத்தோட முடிக்க போறோம். What can we expect in Veeshasham 3? Maybe we start with, when is Veeshasham 3 happening?
Okay, so Veeshasham 3, we have scheduled it for May 10, 2026. It's happening at Serangoon Gardens Country Club. Okay. So my first wedding show, Vibhushna, took place there, and then now after so many years, I think 7-8 years later, we are doing it again over there at Serangoon Gardens Country Club. It's from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. So it's like a 7-8 hour kind of thing, where couples can come down. It's not a day for them to just come down and just for them to just look around. They can definitely see the services. I mean, you seeing through our work through Instagram and Pinterest is different than seeing it live. When you're getting married, that's the only time you will make you start doing your homework, right? That's when people really go down to Instagram, or they will want to see your work. So it's a good platform for couples to come down, for Veeshasham 3 to come and see the work first hand. Not only in terms of decor, in terms of how the garland is done, how the food is being served, what kind of food is being served, the taste and everything. Definitely everything is there for them to come and try, and not only just see our services, but also for this Veeshasham is one of the biggest one, because we have 20 over vendors that's going to be displaying their services as well.
So not only the four
companies that's going to be there. There's 20 other companies that's going to be there to showcase their services as well. Like we have wedding makeup artists, henna artists. We have so many, right? There's even people who do bridal shoes, bridal outfit. So many things down there. So people can just come down, have a look, and then learn more about the services. And definitely wedding show nale, people are also looking for promotions and discounts and everything is going to be there on that day. So
big discounts, lucky draws,
so many things that we're actually giving away on the wedding show. So it's something that for couples who are going to get married 2027, 2028.
So I just want to say that, like, obviously when you come there, there's a perk, right? Like those discounts will only be available on that day when you come. So after that, May 11, 12 and all, it goes back to the actual pricing. So if anyone is watching this and is keen to come down, just be prepared for that. I mean, there's like good discounts that we're going to give and something off, and new live stations and stuff like that that's going to be there that they can add on. Like last year we had a mocktail live station. We serve mocktail in temples now. Like that was so cool. Mocktail
in temples.
கோயில்ல mocktail
mocktail no alcohol what? Ama. Yes.
Not cocktails, mocktails.
And it's Indian inspired.
And
you
it's
know?
Indian inspired mocktails.
Has there been a situation where anybody has come and say, the mocktail la
Can
வைக்கிறீங்க
I just tell you?
அபச்சாரம்.
Can I just tell you? The Irish are in the queue for the mocktails. We have video evidence of it. So yeah, we were actually very skeptical to bring it in as a So it's an exclusive Veeshasham thing, right? We were skeptical and we were so surprised. People signed up and on wedding and the Irish la queue la நிப்பாங்க. But it's mocktail and it's Indian inspired. It's totally fine. So yeah, இதெல்லாம் இந்த மாதிரி புதுசான
So we have new
things are coming.
concepts for Veeshasham 3 as well.
Yeah.
In terms of catering, in terms of even the floral stuff and everything. There's so many new ideas we have come up with, and we're going to be displaying it there. So couples can come and have a look, and then if they want those services, they can come and speak to us, any one of us.
It will be
Yeah.
a date idea, da. You can bring
Girlfriend.
your date. Suggestion கொடுக்குறேன்.
கனெக்ஷன் ஆகி இப்பதான் 4 மாசம் ஆகுது. நான் இன்னும் ஒரு 4 வருஷம் ஆகட்டும், அதுக்கப்புறம்
Very smart, correct. அதுதான். Yeah.
கனெக்ஷன் இப்பவே நல்லா தான் ஓடிக்கிட்டு இருக்கு. I'm not saying it's not, but கொஞ்சம்
Yeah. So if anyone is like going to get married within the next 2 years, I think it'll be a great time to come down and take a look at what we have to offer.
Surin, Sajita,
Thank
thank
you
you
for
so
coming.
much for
Thank you
Thank
so
you
much for
guys
having
so
us.
much for this session.
So
Yeah.
இந்த விசேஷம் எப்போ நடக்குதுன்னா Friday, Sunday 10th of May, 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. Serangoon Gardens Country Clubல. So கல்யாணம் பண்றவங்க வந்து please visit them, see the 20+ stalls, that the booths they have there. கண்டிப்பா maybe I might ask my sister
please
to go.
pop by.
இல்ல I'll ask my sister to go.
Yeah,
I cannot நான் அடிப்பேன். But yes, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you
It was a pleasure, guys. Thank you so much
Thanks,
for having
Sajita.
us. Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Well, that was so good.